Hi, this is Misty with Above and I am here with Tracy from Bamboo, and we're bringing you a special edition of Above and Bamboo this week. And I'm really excited about this because Tracy and I have been friends and co-workers. We've worked together for over 15 years. Tracy's worked with Amy, I've worked with your team. It's just, we've got lots of history.
Lots of overlap.
And really interesting because our experiences and skills and backgrounds just mesh on so many occasions. Most of my career have been focused on people, and Tracy's got this amazing background around innovation, but particularly bringing teams together in ways to build innovation capabilities in organizations and teams. And we share a love and a real curiosity about people and how teams work together. And so we thought that it would be really fun for us to do a little collab on some topics that either our followers at Above and or followers at Bamboo are really passionate about, and leverage each other as experts on site. So we're going to start with an Ask the Experts, and we've got some questions that we think our followers would want to hear the other person answer. And this is going to be very fluid, kind of you're getting an insight into what it's like when we get together. So it's going to be really funny to us. So
that's all that matters.
That's the main thing. So I think you should start.
Okay. All right. So I have a question for you.
Okay.
So you've been a coach you've been a CPO, and you've been now a coach. Mm-hmm. You talk to all sorts of people. I imagine that you get this question from them. Maybe.
Okay.
How do you know if you're being bullied by your boss, or you're just being emotional and like a drama king or queen?
Yeah.
Or sensitive. Or reading into it.
Yeah. Well, I think the first thing that I would say is whatever experience you or the person is having is real. That's the experience that you're having. Separate that from the behavior and actions of the other person, which may or may not be bullying. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the first thing, is to be curious about what's happening. Move from a place of fear and maybe judgment about the situation, analyzing the situation, to step back and try to get yourself in a place where you can be curious about what's happening. Become an observer of the behaviors. Try to become an observer of yourself. That's very difficult. Yeah. Fundamentally, we all judge ourselves on our intentions, and we judge others on their behavior. And I think that knowing that can help you step back and say, okay, what's my truth in this situation? What do I think might be happening for the other person? What do I think their truth in the situation might be? And if you can step back and become curious, you might start to see potentially some things that you're misinterpreting, or you might see some things that you're interpreting accurately, but you might be overreacting to or over-responding to. You might then explore those areas and figure out, why is that such a trigger for me? Is it this situation, or is it something else that's happened to me in the past that this situation is exacerbating for me? So I think the first thing is really try to get yourself in a situation where you can calmly look at the situation, unpack it a bit, try to figure out what's your truth in the situation, what their truth in the situation might be. And I think a lot of times, if it's become emotionally charged and it's scary for you, I think bringing someone who has earned the right to be a trusted advisor to you into the situation, preferably someone who you wouldn't be tempted to go down that slippery slope of bad talking your coach, or someone who doesn't have a vested interest, doesn't have a dog in the hunt, as I like to say.
Yeah.
Someone who's an objective outsider who has earned your trust and earned the right to be honest with you, and they could help flag to you if you do have sensitivities. And I think one of the things that's really important is to give them permission to do that, and let them know that this is a situation that you're experiencing that you're not enjoying and that you want to have happen differently, and ask them if they would honestly give you their feedback. Once you've got the feedback, then I think you can assess whether or not there's a material issue between you in your relationship, or if there's some other triggers at play.